All right, guys, it is bright and early, 6:45, delivery day morning, and the truck has arrived. Let's go greet him. Just talking with the driver. He's going to try to back up as close as possible to these trusses and then basically turn around and dump the load over in this spot over here. Oh! These guys are good. They just do everything they can to get right where you tell them. Seems like. Pad is good and hard, and there we go. He got it no problem. Okay, he's saying it might be good here. So he's saying the whole bed slides back basically almost the length of the truck. So that should give us plenty of room to get the stuff back there, despite the truck stopping right here. Okay guys, well that is going to conclude the delivery of all the building materials. We got all of our trusses and doors and fasteners, and most importantly the cupola, weather vane, all of our concrete, our windows, our shutters. I misspoke, this is the cupola over here. Lumber, doors, siding, double bubble insulation, vapor barrier, our snow guards. We got Big Lou out here. It's hard to believe this entire building can come on this one truck, but he says he moves buildings or delivers buildings that are a lot bigger than this one, all on this one truck. Thank you very much, it was a pleasure. All right, so he's gonna pull up and back out. Or pull up, back up, and then pull out. Luckily, we got plenty of room up here, and the road being frozen and as compacted as we made it was a cakewalk for him to back up. All right, and there he goes. Guys, this is becoming very, very real. I cannot believe that we are less than a week away, weather dependent, of starting, really breaking ground on actually building this barn. It has been a long road up until this point. Well over a year of, planning and decisions and stuff. Well over a year of prep work, but it is finally all coming to a culmination of the building of this barn, and I couldn't be more excited. So next time we are out here filming will probably be the day that they start building this thing, because up until this point there's nothing really else for me to do. Everything's here. We're just waiting on the crew to come to start building it. So we will check back in once that happens. All right, guys, we are back just a few short days later, and today is the proposed first build day of the pole barn. It's about 7 a.m. I'm not quite sure what time the crew is supposed to show up, but I was told that they will be here today. So what we're gonna do, it just came out on the ATV. When we signed the contract with our builder, who, by the way, I don't know if I've mentioned, is Fetterville Sales, Fetterville Pole Barns out of Lancaster, PA. They gave us this sign months and months ago, back in March, and they said to put it out the morning that they're gonna start. That way the crew can easily find the address. So that's what we're gonna do. I actually totally forgot about this sign until I just saw it while grabbing all the cameras and everything. So we are gonna throw it out, and hopefully they find the address and we can start building this puppy. Well, all right, now we are official. Hopefully that will attract the crew. Well, I guess there's a first time for everything, and that was the first time I've ever moved a porta potty with a set of pallet forks. Glad I didn't tip it over. These guys got to get all these holes drilled, I think, basically tonight, because tomorrow morning the inspector's coming to inspect all the holes at 8:30. So I don't know, either these guys are going to be working late tonight or early tomorrow morning. But regardless, I think we're gonna like square out the building with string lines and stuff tonight, so I'm gonna get a little fire going. All right, guys, they have arrived. As you can see, they are here. They got all the tools and stuff, their skid steer attachments and augers on the trailer, and we are already getting to work. They are measuring out the dimensions of the building and the corners and just getting everything square. And then we're gonna start drilling some holes here in just a little bit. So these guys are not messing around. They came, immediately measured, got their stakes and easy quick squares things here all set up. They got their string lines out and ran, and we got our 4 corners. I know it's hard to see, but gonna be the size of the building, including the lean-to. So the lean-to is an extra 10 feet. So basically from this mark out to that orange is the covered porch all the way across, and then from here over to there is the building itself. I don't think we really would have been able to fit much of a bigger structure up here. Just now having done all the dirt work and seeing everything and how it's all working out, a larger structure would not have been all that easily doable up here in this location. So I just ran into the house to get the Van Power's little mobile battery pack. I haven't used this thing in a while. Let's turn it on. Oh, there we go. Still at 100%. That's good. And my LED Vivor lights. These things should do the trick. We got 3 light towers going. Says it'll run for 4.2 hours, drawing 303 watts. Printing them out a full size of the blueprints very slowly. Also dangerously low on ink, hence those lights. Will we make it? All right, guys, they are up here with the machine. Just brought both of their auger attachment, bucket, forks. They're gonna start digging here. They are all ready, all marked out. This is obviously the porch and the beginning edge of the building. Big door over here, 16 by 12 or 12 by 16. So we get to our first corner over here. This is the back wall where we have another overhead door. This one's a 10 by 10. And here's our far corner. This is the corner that we have to watch out for, because right up there, that hump right there where my light is ledge. So we're hoping that they can get down deep enough, especially right there. So that is the layout. We all set?
Yep. Got the string line out of the way. Ready to go.
So they rent the machine. They come with all their own attachments. At least this crew.
First one, bud.
All right, let's see how he does. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
you need a bigger skid steer. I think you need a bigger skid steer. Second hole was no different. Rock about, 8, 9 inches deep. Got a little bit deeper over here, but we think it might just be frozen over here, but there's also rocks on the edges. Third hole, we're trying out now. He's still getting through the process.
You don't need that with me.
Yeah, we got a jackhammer right here.
Right.
You ever meet Levi? You ever work with him, or is this your first day?
No. It's his second week. Yeah.
So what he found was an old concrete footer, and he's chipping away at it, and that's either a foundation to an old barn that I had suspected was here originally, or that's the concrete footer to the telephone pole that ran power to the old barn that we knocked the foundation to. So it looks like he got it out. If we need the jackhammer, I'll get the jackhammer.
Yeah, we're probably gonna need it. Yeah.
Should I go hook it up?
Well, I'm not sure.
Same way. It would be nice just.
I'm not sure if. What time is it?
6:05. 6. They're pretty relaxed. All right, so we're gonna try. Now that it got through that concrete. You know what they say, if you can't drill her, ram her. Got the hammer hooked up, the hydraulic couplers on the stick, I think are frozen, so I gotta bring it near the fire, warm it up.
Right there.
Oh, great.
I hooked it up there.
That's great. Is it just going? Oh, hell yeah.
Yep.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah.
Let me hit that again.
Sure. I might be able to get it with the shovel too. I don't. Yeah, no, you got a shovel. Yeah.
Okay guys, so they are taking off for the night. It is 7:10 right now. The rock hammer worked. We were able to get through a bunch of the rock. What I am noticing is, though, the depth that we need to get in the hole is about the depth that we're encountering the hydraulic fittings on this thing. So we might have to, you know, if we have to rock hammer that deep on other holes, we might have to dig out a little spot to create some clearances. But it did work, and they were happy to see that. So they will be back tomorrow, and we will continue trying to get some holes done. But you know, I wish I could say so far so good, but we only got about 4 or 5 inches on each hole. So all right guys, we're back out here. It is 7:15 the next morning. The guys arrived at like 7. We just got the hydraulic hammer all plumbed and figured out. So now we're gonna go around and start trying to break through some of this frost and rock. Levi has been going around just kind of marking all the holes for me, and then I'll follow him and hammer wherever he isn't able to get through. Here we go.
All right, yeah, just keep showing me where to go. Sure.
Did it break the rock?
No.
I even said to myself last night, if we're gonna use this thing, we gotta make the holes bigger. Yeah, I better start taking that off. Guys, that was bad. I had just said to Michael, I said, the only thing we gotta be careful of is the hammer hopping off the rock and hitting the hydraulic fitting. And what do we do? The first second, it does just that. So we got a broken hydraulic fitting here. Luckily, it didn't break off the nipple going into the hammer. So I just got to run to Napa when they open in a half hour and have them make up a new hose. But man, that really puts a damper on the morning so far. Let's hope that doesn't show through for the rest of the day. All right, guys, I am back and happy to report that we are getting successful. As you can see, here is the second hole that we tried digging last night. There's the first. We were able to rock hammer the rock out of the way. We got the replacement hose. So now we're gonna try the auger over here. But he is getting down over here, and he has gotten down and been successful on a couple holes. back over yonder. Well, not that one, but this one, he said, went right down. So that's kind of the plan. I am just attacking with the rock hammer where he can't get through and breaking it up. But like on this one, we thought it was a rock, but it was just frozen. All right, guys, so you can't make it up. I just got done greasing the hammer, go to start up the machine, totally dead in the water. Would not start. Tried jumping it, came around, saw this really corroded plug, and believe it or not, the negative terminal just comes off. So we got to do some electric cleaning up here. We are getting somewhere now, guys. Got some nice holes here. Woo. If only they were all like that, huh? Alright guys, I'm very happy to say that we've been making some serious progress. We have several holes completely dug. As you can see, we have been hitting rock. Thank God for that rock hammer. But we got lots of holes complete. I think actually all these holes in the front for the porch are totally done. We just walked the whole line. Then we got the end of the porch, beginning of the building, several done. Oh, he just pulled up a mamooker.
No, you!
Oh no, your phone.
I'll get it.
I'm closer. Ah, we don't want to hit that one with the rock hammer, huh?
No,
That would be an expensive mistake. But as you can see here, we got augers full of dirt. Look at that. That's a beautiful sight. So everything is looking real good. I'm real glad I had this brand new chisel for the rock hammer here. This thing has been making all the difference. Well, all right, guys, there is the inspector just leaving. We passed our hole inspection, thank goodness. These last two holes were really giving us some grief here. As you can see, they got quite a bit bigger due to rocks down in the bottom, but we passed. He said, we will see you at rough framing. I guess that's the next inspection. So Levi and Michael were working real hard here. Again, a lot of rock that we pulled out of these holes. So I'm just glad that we got the thumbs up and we can move on to the next step. Grandma just left for the day, so we got Inspector Hayes checking everything out. Checking it all out, dude? What do you think? They are running their string lines again, making sure that all of the holes are nice and plumb and straight, which I think most of them are. They said they might have to shave a couple inches of dirt off of that corner. But everything else is looking pretty good. Very nice TP formation. Little fire we're gonna get going here. Let's see if it'll light off of 2 coffee cups and a trailer hitch pin bag. So he had this custom pallet made for all of his attachments. He has his 2 different size augers, his like power head right here, slot for the bucket over there, and a slot for the pallet forks, which is I assume how he moves it around. It's pretty slick, all out of aluminum. All right, so we got Inspector Hayes on the scene. We got Chris here. It just started to drizzle a little bit, but as you can see, they are placing out 2 bags of concrete at each hole. And I would imagine that means that they're gonna set some posts tonight. Otherwise, in this rain, that concrete is going to harden up. But I think that's the point. They're gonna take advantage of the rain. It's supposed to rain all night lightly, so That's actually perfect timing. What do you got to say?
Not much. I'm excited to see it start getting put up, though. I was not expecting the holes to be done today. With everything that was going on last night and this morning, I was not hopeful for the holes.
Yeah, I was giving Chris updates last night, and I got to say, I wasn't discouraged. I knew we would get it done, but I didn't know what it was going to take. And the fact that my excavator was able to do that, I thought is pretty impressive. Like with that rock hammer, I'm really glad I have that thing, because I just spoke to my salesman, and he said if we were going to have to get a well drilling rig out here, it would have been $5,000. So I just saved myself a whole bunch of money by having that excavator and that rock hammer. So we are pouring bags of concrete. It's good that it's raining, right?
Yeah, right?
Perfect timing. Hayes, what do you think? And his little getting mud on his tires for the first time. So you're gonna set all the posts tonight?
No. I doubt it. I doubt it.
Oh, but you pour the concrete in because they just go on top of it.
Yep.
Gotcha. So it doesn't matter that it's
Well, not
right.
for the porch post, because that needs a little bit more
I understand.
of a uplift.
Alright guys, I'm just driving home from work. I left this morning, so I am eager to see the progress that these gentlemen have made while I've been at work. You know, we left them last night and they were basically ready to start putting up the vertical posts. So I know they've done that because Sarah is home today and she told me that they have. But I'm excited to see how it looks. So let's check it out. Okay, so here we are. All the posts are up in the ground. I think they're putting on what they call their skirt board now, which has to be up to a certain height to account for the pitch of the slab and the final grade and everything. But this is our front porch area. And then here is the building. So we will hop in here. I don't know if we made it big enough, but it looks good. This is about as big, like I said, as we could fit. So, what do you think, Sarah?
I don't really know what to think right now, but it looks good.
It's coming along. It's coming along.
It's coming along.
They went ahead and were marking their spacing for the sides. You can see there, he took like a big 2x4 with a bunch of screws sticking out of the back side of it and rested it on the top of the skirt board, and then like basically slapped it up against these 6x6s. And I guess that's their quick way of measuring out the, you know, the spacing. As you can see, we got one set of holes right there, we got another set right there, and then there's more going all the way up. And I believe they did that on all of these. Yeah, see, here's some more right there. So that's pretty cool. So these boards are lining up with those marks you made?
Yep.
So that's those marks coming into play. Are you gonna do this one or no? There we go. That's what we like to call B-roll.
Yep.
Hello everybody, we are back. This is really the second full day on the job here. Or no, third full day on the job. First day was all rock and stone, digging the holes. Yesterday they got all the posts up, as we saw in those time lapses, and today is the third full day. So they've been here about 3.5. Really, we'll just call it like 3 days, because the first day we really only got the string lines up and squared and everything. And we are looking good. We are almost ready for trusses. So as you can see, they have all the walls braced up, the header boards on both sides. They're currently marking up and getting the trusses ready over here. And Levi, I think, is cutting out some of the holes for the windows and maybe some man doors. But we're looking really good. I believe this is some of our roofing panels right here. We went with a like charcoal gray, you know, blackish type of roof. And yeah, we will check back in once they are ready to start hanging trusses. Okay guys, first truss, the gable end, is going up right now as we speak. As you can see, they got this pretty cool hydraulic jib pole for the skid steer to lift them up. And there's just 2 of them here doing this. They said it's normally a lot easier with at least 3 guys, since somebody doesn't have to hop out of the machine, as Michael's having to do right now. But they're getting it done, making sure that it's square and I thought it was supposed to be 10 4/8. You know, guys, it's funny. I've been joking around with these guys, and you know, I told them I'm happy to help however I can, but at the end of the day, I'm just a fucking tree guy. I'm not a carpenter. I don't know what I'm doing, so I keep asking them questions and stuff, and joking around with them, you know. And I think they seem to enjoy it. I don't know. I certainly do. You want me to hook it?
I mean, you can. Yeah.
Second to last truss going up. Last one on the ground is the gable end.
Just extend your boot down.
All right, final truss, or well, this one's actually a gable end going up here. Now it's really starting to look like a barn. Hey Levi, can I do one?
You want to?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I don't know what I'm doing. You got to show me. All right, let's see if I can do this.
So I'm just picking it up and pushing it in, and
Put a leg in.
and then those nailers, that nailer's set to pull the trigger, and then
Where am I nailing it? Like,
I usually do it through the plate sometimes.
plate?
Yeah.
so pull the trigger and then in.
Yeah.
Like spread them out.
Yeah, but don't miss the post. Yeah, spread them out a bit. Doing good.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight.
All right.
That's it.
There we go.
Look at it, just standing up there. All right.
Alright, J-Boy.
Pretty cool. Glad I got to help build this a little bit. right, guys, here we are Monday afternoon. The guys have been here all day. They brought with them a third guy this week, and they've gotten a lot done. All the trusses are up, all the purlins are up, the eaves are set. They even got up all the soffit on this side, and Michael's working on the soffit over on this side as well. As you can see, Levi is over here putting up the header for the covered porch off the front. And yeah, things are looking good. Looks like they got all the roof joists for the covered porch all cut and notched out as well. Burning up all the scraps. So they put the final touches on their work for the day. Getting some porch trusses on here. Porch roof joists, I guess you'd call them. It's really starting to look like a building now. And boy, does this fire feel good. Already melting the snow. Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, hey, I'm Larry from Fetterville Pole Buildings. We got ourselves here at Jake's place. Almost done, got the roof on. We service from Connecticut all the way down to Virginia, so if you need a pole building, Fetterville's your place. Thanks.
They made some progress today. Last night, I didn't even notice, but they got the cupola and the weather vane up. Sarah chose the weather vane. She went with the classic rooster, so I think that looks pretty good. But yeah, all of the fascia boards, soffits, and roofing is on, both the lean-to and the main portion of the building. They got the windows framed in, all 6 of them. They actually made a slight mistake and didn't account for the floor height of the loft and put the windows about 11 inches too high. So as you can see, these over here are a little higher than these over here. They just went ahead and lowered these guys, and they're working on lowering these ones over here. But it's good that they caught that mistake before they went too far. We got the overhead door framed out and cut out over on this side. We got the 2 windows for the loft all framed out over there. The man door is in over here. We got some trim for the overhead doors up on both of the overhead door sections. So not anything like major as far as like seeing from the time lapse, and I do understand that, but a lot of progress nonetheless, and it's looking really good. I couldn't be happier with the outcome thus far. The crew of guys has been just really nice guys. I ask them questions, we go through things, kind of work things out, and they've been super willing to one, work with me and answer any questions that I have. So Fetterville Pole Buildings, again, great job. Oh yeah, like a glove. Like a glove. You know that movie?
No.
Ace Ventura? No? Yeah, Pet Detective, Jim Carrey? Yeah. Like a glove. All right, guys, so this is where I'm gonna leave them for the night. I gotta go in and watch the baby, put him to bed and everything, do bath time. But we got the windows all fixed up, and the front door is in. This window is all framed up, and we're doing good. Got a nice fire going, burning up a bunch of the scrap wood and trash and stuff. Figured I'd save all these 6x6s for something. But yeah, big progress today. This looks awesome. excavator takes the award for the first of my machinery in the building itself. You know, it's funny, I'm sitting in the excavator here switching back and forth with Levi. I'm on the, you know, hammer and he's on the auger, obviously. And we keep maneuvering the machines back and forth. And I'm so nervous. I'm not used to maneuvering an excavator inside of a building, so I'm so nervous that I'm gonna hit these doors and everything. Try to do as little movements as possible, and the ground's so uneven from all, you know, the rocks and stuff that we dug out and the little piles of dirt everywhere from all the post holes. So I also figured out that the big door behind me, that's a 12 by 16. That one, you can lift the excavator up all the way, you know, at least the boom, all the way up, and it won't hit the door. However, this 10 by 10 over here, it can. So I'm already regretting I should have probably done a 12 by 10 door. But at the time that I don't know. No, I had the excavator when we signed the contract for the building. So I was thinking of that bay as more as like pulling a truck in and, you know, doing oil changes and stuff. And this side of the shop for the equipment, hence the bigger door. But hindsight's 20/20. Anyway, we're getting somewhere. We're making some progress. But there's plenty of room to fit at least a skid steer and an excavator in here, a mini one. Well, I'm pretty sure we got all the holes down to depth. He said these only got to be 36, whereas the ones outside need to be 42 because these, you know, are just like for the loft. So I'd say that all these are just about there. That one's real dark. All right, guys, it is bright and early on Saturday morning. Yesterday being Friday, we had a major storm here in southwestern Connecticut, and I was busy all day with tree calls for our full-time job. Chris and I were driving all over the town we work for, doing storm calls, trees down on wires, on cars, blocking the road, blocking people into their roads, all sorts of stuff. We probably handled about 15 to 20 calls throughout the entirety of the day. And we even snuck in about 2 hours of our, you know, work Christmas party with, you know, the 8 guys that we work with. That got cut short, unfortunately, by a massive tree coming down across the road, ripping down all the power lines. I'll put a picture of it right here. But needless to say, I was busy yesterday. Luckily, I did set up a time-lapse camera in the barn, hoping to capture them building the loft. And I'm really curious to see if it's still running, what the camera, you know, battery is at, how long the time-lapse is and everything. Because I set it up yesterday morning at about 5 a.m. and it was just running. So I don't know if the thing is dead. It dropped down to about 26 degrees last night. So let's see how this little Van Powers battery pack does and if the time lapse is still running. Okay, so I am happy to say that the time lapse was still running. I checked it and it was at 6 minutes and 22 seconds worth of time lapse. So that's definitely a long one. Let's see where the battery pack is at. We're at 90%. I don't know. Oh yeah, it's changing. 212.4 hours. It's drawing 2 watts. So the camera still full battery. Here is the progress on the barn in real time. We got basically the whole loft built. They still need to put up the stairs, but that looks really good. Oh man, this is making me really excited, guys. Let me zoom out here for you so you can kind of get a feel of the scale. Now this is, you know, zoomed out obviously on the iPhone here, but yeah, it just looks real good. Let's check out under here. Got all those big 2x10s. We got our bracing. Like, that is a pretty darn solid floor joist. 2x10 with 6x6s, and then we got 2x10s up here, inside and out. So yeah, and then this is, you know, the other side of the shop here. We actually added on last minute another lean-to coming off here. It's going to be 10x10, and eventually that'll be the home of an outdoor wood boiler. A lot of garbage to pick up. Well, I just went to try and go move the tripod to a different time-lapse location, but it is frozen in the ground, the mud, completely. I couldn't move it if I wanted to. The van powers I was smart enough to put up on some boards, but I didn't really think about the tripod. So hopefully they move the skid steer. All right, she made it up the hill. Next to the barn, we're gonna drop this can and get out of here. All right, well, that looks just about perfect. Right next to majority of the trash. Well, guys, the barn is done. The guys left this afternoon. And you know, I couldn't be happier. This, you know, for the most part, went very, very smoothly. The whole process. And I'm, honestly, I'm still just kind of soaking it in. This is the first time I've really gotten to take a good look at it. And it's not that good of a look considering it's dark out. You know, it's hard to believe just, you know, 6, 7 months ago, this was all woods. It really is hard to fathom. But it's, you know, done. It's up. We're not sealed in yet. We still have to get the overhead door guys out here to set the overhead doors, which we will probably do in the coming weeks. But we still got a lot of work ahead of us. So for right now, I'm just kind of taking it all in. Well, they did a pretty good job cleaning up all the big stuff. We definitely got a lot of little stuff to pick up. Basically, everywhere I look, there is either plastic, wood, or a screw or nail. But that's fine. Most of this is gonna get, covered up. Obviously, I'm not trying to leave metal and plastic and stuff down in the earth, but it is what it is. Well, I am happy to report that the pole barn is complete. The crew of guys left yesterday afternoon, probably around like 3-4 o'clock. Sarah and I actually weren't even home. We had some plans with some friends, so we were out. But we bought the guys lunch yesterday. Before we left, we said our goodbyes, said our thank yous, expressed how appreciative we were that they were able to get this done, given the weather, and they started out with just 2 guys. I mean, I know this is what they do for a living, but just so thankful, really making our dreams come true. And the building couldn't have turned out any better. Now that all of the siding is on and complete, all the trim work is done, I just think the color combination of this like beige kind of sandstone and the black really looks slick. I love all of the black accents, going up on the vertical corners, the little black strip that goes across on the top there. I think it really ties the whole building together and just makes it look, one step above, what it could have looked like. It could be a lot more simple, but we decided that because it's in such close proximity to our house, and we wanted it in close proximity to our house, so it was easy for everybody to get into and go back to the house. We really wanted it aesthetically to be pleasing and not just be a big rectangle, like eyesore. And I definitely do not think it is. I think the French doors and the shutters and the windows with the grids really add something to kind of like that New England farmhouse kind of feel. And then when you get inside this loft, I don't think the camera really does it justice, but this is going to be awesome. But we are going to have so much fun on that half of the barn, because this half of the barn is more the entertainment space. Yeah, there might be some tools and stuff over there, but that's mostly where we're going to be doing the hanging out as a family with friends and stuff, both top and bottom. So we're super excited for that. And then over here, in the area that I'm in now is going to be, kind of the shop area. So we really wanted to distinguish between entertainment and work, and I think we've done that here in this building. Again, everything, I'm no carpenter, but I believe everything was done properly. It seemed like they weren't rushing or taking their time or just trying to get it done by any means. They certainly were taking their time, especially because a lot of this was done with only 2 guys. So they really couldn't rush the job. They had that third guy here, Chris, when they really needed it to get the metal and everything done. I think that's a very repetitive process, so he was able to just help, shuttle materials up to him. But all in all, I think it looks really good. On the backside here, you can see on the roof, we got the snow guards because that is where a lot of this snow is going to come down, and we'd like it to not come down, right in front of the door and stuff. On the front end, it's a little bit different because we have the lean-to roof, so everything on the front is going to drop down off this main roof and then onto the lean-to roof. So we'll see if we have to add snow guards in the future to the front, we will. But for now, we thought the backside was the more important side because we won't really be utilizing that, covered porch too much in the wintertime. As you can see, I am standing on a lot of rock, so we got a lot more work to do as far as moving this rock and incorporating it, finishing up this boulder retaining wall, which really is going to go kind of all the way around the skirts of it. We got some stumps we got to bury or burn or, you know, get rid of, and a lot more dirt work to do. We're going to push this all back to kind of the tree line. This is all going to be parking back here. So while the building is done, this project is not done. This is a very big project. We're going to be working on this for months and months to come. You know, I don't think a project like this is ever really done if you're a guy like me. You're always trying to add things, you know, make things more efficient, better laid out. You know, needs change as we grow as a family, as our son Hayes grows. I'm sure, you know, he's gonna start having stuff out here. At least that's the plan. So it'll be a lot of fun. So Sarah and the little man just came out. What do you guys think?
We are impressed. We love it. I could finally take a deep breath because I was nervous about what it was going to look like, and it exceeded expectations, didn't it?
Right? You like it, Hayes? This is your new playground? I think what Sarah and I are both most looking forward to is getting our lawn back in order, like the final grade, but we don't want to do work twice, so we're going to wait till we trench for utilities, do the concrete and everything, and we'll hit final grade later in the winter or, you know, beginning of spring, early spring. But all in all, I'd say we were really happy with Fetterville, and you know, everything, you know, with building this building, it went very smoothly, and you know, really couldn't have asked for anything more. So guys, I think that's gonna wrap this video up on building the pole barn. If this is the first video you're seeing and you want to see everything, all the work that we did leading up to this point, I will have a link to the playlist Building a Pole Barn down in the description. It shows everything from building the road to get up here, to clearing all the trees, to doing all the site work, and now I think this will be the fourth video in the playlist of actually building the pole barn. I will continue to add videos to this playlist as we go along and, you know, do more work to it. I don't know if I'll make videos on every little thing that we do, but all the big major stuff we certainly will cover. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you stuck it out for the full length of the video, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. This is a dream come true. It couldn't have been possible without all of you guys, the viewers. You know, this has been a long time coming. We've been saving up money, working hard to save up said money so that we could reward ourselves and, you know, build a nice shop and entertainment space for us to use for decades to come. So Christmas is next week, and I couldn't have asked for a better Christmas present than a pole barn. So I'm really looking forward to all of the things that we're going to be doing to this in the near future. Finishing up the interior, getting power out there, getting lights and everything. So, you know, the good times are just going to keep on coming. So with Christmas being next week, I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday, a happy new year. We here at Dude Ranch DIY are super thankful for all you guys, the viewers, for making all this possible. So as always, guys, if you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button down below to stay up to date on the pole barn project. And any questions, comments, feedback, throw it down in that comment section down below. But for now, I'm Jake. This is Dude Ranch DIY. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you here next time.